Hello guys and gals, it's your boy Spud here, and welcome to episode 2 in my video series, Who the Hell Is, where I talk about a musical artist and take a look into their past, present, and future. This week we're looking at a group that has a very special place in my heart. Arashi. Actually, it's kind of funny that we're talking about another Johnny's group since, I just talked about one last week. Besides, Arashi is different from any other Johnny's group out there. They ascend beyond your run-of-the-mill Johnny's band and serenade you with their angelic voices, and it's just... whew! I got goosebumps. とにかく, let's dive in! Arashi debuted on September 15, 1999 on a cruise in Hawaii. So yeah, looks like we're already off to a good start. And with Arashi being Johnny's, they are of course part of Johnny's and Associate music label. And the members were actually chosen like any normal Johnny's group. They were chosen from Johnny Jr.'s division. With that being said, Arashi is made up of 5 members: Ono Satoshi, Sakurai Sho, Aiba Masaki, Ninomiya Kazunari, and Matsumoto Jun. For most non-Japanese speaking people, Arashi is just the name of the band, but it actually does have a special meaning behind it. Although very cheesy, Arashi means storm, so this kanji. And the reason for choosing the name Arashi was to represent a symbol. Arashi, creating a storm throughout the world. That is our story. Anyway, on November 3rd, 1999, Arashi released their first debut single named Arashi. And it was actually quite successful, selling over 550,000 copies in its first week. I should also mention, at this time, they were working under another music publisher called Pony Canyon. And while under them, they released 2 more singles and an album. After leaving Pony Canyon at the end of 2001, Arashi joined J-Storm, which is a subsidiary company of Johnny's and Associates. So yeah, they gotta keep the money within the family, right? That's a smart business move. With that being said, the first single released under J-Storm was A Day in Our Life, and it was used for a drama called Kisarazu Katsa.
Sex 1回、カニ1匹。毎日。
勘弁してよ。なんで半笑いなんだよ。
Moving on to 2004, this marked Arashi's 5th anniversary, and they celebrated this in 2 ways. The first being releasing their 12th single, Pinkachi Double, which was used as a theme song for Pinkachi Life is Hard, dakara happy. Unfortunately, this single only sold 80,000 copies and is the lowest selling single of Arashi to date. But it's okay, they countered back by releasing their greatest hits album called 5x5, 5x5. I'm gonna go with 5x5, the best collection of 2002 to 2004. In November of 2005, Arashi released the theme song Wish, which was used for the drama Hana Yori Dango, which had Matsumoto Jun acting as the stubborn Domyoji Tsukasa. This drama was actually my gateway into Arashi. So this drama and this song has a very special place in my heart. Honestly, I could talk about Hana Yori Dango all day, but that isn't what my channel is about, so... sad face. Focusing back to Arashi's music, although Wish was a popular song, Arashi was still suffering from low sales, and to counter this, they decided to promote their music abroad, in Asia, of course. And sales numbers were actually pretty good, especially in Korea. But at the end of the day, Arashi's main audience is Japan. So after promoting around Asia, they returned to Japan. And on February 21st, 2007, Arashi released their new song, Love So Sweet, which was used for the second season of Hanayori Dango. God, I love this drama. It's so melodramatic and we get one of the most cheesiest, cringiest scenes of all time.
恋の味がした。このクッキー。
To this day, I still get goosebumps in the greatest way possible. As for the song, of course it was successful. It ranked #1 on the Oricon charts and sold over 200,000 copies in its first week, being the first time in 5 years. So I mean, if you haven't noticed now, Arashi albums always seem to sell well when it's attached to a drama, which makes sense considering it's like double dipping for advertising. The following year, Arashi released a new song called Happiness, which was used for the drama Yamada Taro Monogatari, starring Arashi member Nezumi-kun. Ninomiya and Sakurai. And yeah, I might sound like a broken record, but this is another great drama you should check out if you're really into Japanese dramas. Thanks to the success of songs such as Happiness and Love So Sweet, Arashi's popularity began to grow again, and with their popularity growing, the record sales naturally increased. Of course, this meant more concerts, and to celebrate their 10th anniversary, Arashi went on tour, not just around Japan, but around all of Asia. So, we're talking about places such as Taiwan, Shanghai, and Korea. Now, I could talk about each of Arashi's albums, but that would make this video way too long and a bit redundant. So let's jump forward to 2016, when Arashi released their single, Fukatsu Love, which is kind of a funky style mixed with Japanesey pop. It's a fun song, but the reason why this song stands out so much for me is because it was composed by the famous Yamashita Tatsuro, while the lyrics were written by his wife, Takeuchi Maria. And if you don't know who Takeuchi Maria is, I just so happen to have a video talking about her, so check that out. So let's move forward 2 more years to 2018. This was the year that Arashi had become extremely busy with concerts, and quite frankly, I don't know how they were able to perform so many without succumbing to severe fatigue. During November 2018, Arashi started their 20th anniversary tour, appropriately called 5x20. Initially, they were performing 18 shows across Japan. However, near the end of their tour, it was announced that they would perform 32 more shows, meaning they had a total of 50 shows. 50! That's insane. And not only is it the largest tour for Arashi, it is the largest tour ever held in Japan. Now this is only speculation, but I believe these series of concerts is probably what broke the camel's back for Arashi, because on January 23rd, 2019, Arashi announced that they would disband on December 31st, 2020. Well, sorta. Let me backtrack for a second there. Technically, they said they would be ending activities, which could technically mean they're on hiatus. But let's face it, these guys have been in the business for 20 years. They want to live their lives, which is understandable. Ono Satoshi is 39, the oldest member of the band, and he's completely dedicated his life to Arashi. For the first time in 20 years, he can finally enjoy life. Granted, retiring at the age of 39 is a pretty good deal, but the entertainment industry in Japan is ruthless, so I'm sure he went through hell and back. But he's finally made it. They've all made it. Even if Arashi never performs again, I can guarantee you they will appear on variety TV shows and dramas. I think the member that we will probably see the least of is Ono Satoshi. Not that he doesn't have any other skills, but it's the fact that he is the oldest and probably truly wants to be free from anything entertainment related. I think Ninomiya will continue to appear in a few dramas and continue hosting his TV shows, of course to a lesser extent. With him recently getting married to Ito Ayako, it's fair to say he's gonna want to spend more time with her, plus popping out them babies is inevitable. If you're married, you gotta have them babies. Once again, Japan is still old school. But then again, Ito Ayako is 39, so those eggs, woo. As for Matsumoto Jun, it's easy to determine where his life is going. He is most likely going to focus on acting. Most likely dramas, although I would prefer to see him in more stage acting. Sakurai Sho's future is obviously in newscasting and documentaries. And Aiba Masaki, I'm gonna be positive and say he will continue acting in dramas. I feel like that won't happen though. Out of all the members, I always forget about him. I'm not saying I don't like him. I'm just saying he never really stood out to me. Arashi has brought joy to Japan and international fans for 20 years, and even if they never perform again, we will always have the memories of their music. Congratulations, Arashi. I hope you can finally live your life. Okay everyone, that was Arashi. What do you guys think? Are you fans of Arashi? Have you ever heard of them? Who's your favorite member? Please leave a comment below and tell me what you think. If you liked the video, be sure to smash that like button. And if you really liked it, please subscribe and ring that bell to be notified for any future videos that I upload, as I do upload every week. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter. And as always, enjoy life, enjoy music. Peace.